Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún. Máyégún diary. Ẹ fara balẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Máyégún diary. Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tójótójó.
Thank you.
Máyégún diary. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Máyégún ti dé.
Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are watching from. This is Máyégún live, and to hear from my brother, Joseph.
Hello, viewers. You're welcome to another edition of Máyégún Diary Political. I am glad you tuned in today, and today's edition promises to be another explosive one as usual. Let's get started.
Let's get started. Thank you so much for joining me from wherever you are watching from. This is Máyégún live. The top discussion about Nigeria as we speak today is if Nigeria should break up or it should not break up. The conversation has gotten to a stage whereby if Nigeria will break up, to how many parts? Now, the fact that Nigeria has gotten to that stage where everyone is interested, what is going to be the next thing to do? We have those who have been, using every opportunity to appeal to our fear, to appeal to what scares us. And every time you talk about, peaceful dissolution of a country that was never meant to be one country, then they bring all manner of terrible examples that they can think of in order for you to think it is wrong it is wrong to demand for self-determination. But we are glad for this generation. This generation that I am lucky to be part of today, we are glad to be blessed with the internet, World Wide Web. So it is now on us to choose either to be ignorant or to continue to outsource our thinkings. Yes, we have those who are older than us. They are older, and they said life is a teacher. They said the more you live, the more you learn. And they said life should be an experience. But in today's world, my generation is blessed with a rare opportunity that gives us a wealth of information to guide us, to help us, to make us intelligent enough to be able to differentiate between facts and fictions. So if you then choose to be ignorant at this, in this age and time, you don't blame anyone for it. That's why I'm so happy that every time we have the opportunity of congregating or of having a chat on the platform, on this platform, Temple of Truth, it is a learning and educational moment, because you are either going to get an up-to-date or information than what you were left with just last night. And therefore, you cannot claim ignorance when idiots are forming opinion leaders, opinion molders, corrupt, intellectually dishonest people. Because most of the time, what we do is that we outsource our thinking. We outsource it to people. Oh, if that person says it's wrong, I think it's wrong. So people are now asking that, listen, We were never there when they put this whole contraption together, but we know the history and the story of how they put it together, how they've sustained it on the blood of innocent people to keep one fake country together. Then they said, oh, if you break up, how are the minority in Yoruba land, how are they going to be? Oh, the minority in Biafra land, how are they going to be? Oh, it's just going to, some people are agreeing with them. Especially if you see some Yorubas, they will say, oh, we are just going to start killing ourselves. That is their excuse for you to stay in Nigeria. So that you don't break up and you start killing yourselves. Do you get that now? Appealing to your fear. Oh, what if we break up and we start killing ourselves? Look at South Sudan. Oh, look at South Sudan. After their independence, they started killing themselves. War. Oh, we don't want war. Oh, we don't want to follow these people. Oh, they are going to start killing us. Oh, we are minority. Oh, we shouldn't be part of it. Look at South Sudan. Appealing to your fear. Just to keep you in Nigeria. Even though you are facing a palpable existential security threat that kills you every day. But no, you don't want to be South Sudan because you don't even know South Sudan. You don't. You don't. Because if you do, you'll probably never be among those to be swayed by that false blackmail. Oh, if you break up, or they are going to start killing themselves. Oh, we are going to the Egbas are going to kill the Jebus. Oh, the Oyos are not going to agree with the Igbominos. Oh, the Igbominos are never going to agree with the Ekitis. Oh, the Ondos are never going to be in the same meeting with the, all manner of things. Oh, we are just going to start killing ourselves. Oh, the Ijos are never going to agree with the Igbos. Oh, the Igbos are never going to agree with the Shekiris. The Urobos are never going to agree with the, on and on and on. To paint a picture of something that is completely different. So I'm going to do my best on Mayegun's Diary tonight. As usual, to enlighten ourselves comparatively. What is South Sudan? What is Sudan? What is Southern Nigeria? What is Nigeria? What is this relative story or comparative happenings that we can actually compare that brought each country or all the countries to where we are today? I'll do my best. Remember, I'm not actually the most intelligent or the most educated or the brightest. But somehow, when I get into it now, I'll find the right word to express what I want to say to you. Therefore, it's now up to you what you make of it. Every valuable information in what I'm going to tell you, right? You can what? You can develop them, help yourself. It helps your sense of judgment when conversation around something that affects you, but you have no idea how much it affects you because the opportunity of you, the chance of you thinking deeply on how it affects you has been taken away from you by those who continue to appeal to your fear. Don't entertain that. Oduduwa Republic, it's going to be war. Oh, Biafra, look at it. They are going to deal with them. It's going to be war. Who are those who are dealing with them? Who are those who are going to bring the war? Who are those who are going to stop these countries from going? Now, this is where Sudan comes in. And let me tell you something. Nigeria is going to break up. Are you with me? Those who are working tirelessly, trying to convince the Fulani oligarch in northern Nigeria, by the time this cookie crumbles, everything is falling apart now, Abi. By the time the whole cookie crumbles, you will realize that Nigeria will break up, okay? And if it's going to be true war that they said they are bringing, now let us now relate it to South Sudan and Sudan. For 20 years, let's start with that. There's, Southern Sudan and the entire Sudan. Sudan is considered the biggest country in the entire Africa by land. They are so big and massive. However, as big as massive as they are, the Southern Sudan, which has a population of just about 11, 12, or 13 million people, okay? They are the part of the southern part, smaller part compared to the larger part of the country, so like Nigeria. Now, the northern part, using their size, according to what the Egypt that colonized them handed over to them, like the British that colonized Nigeria, handed over to the who they believe that they were the larger part. They have everything to what? To retain power, but they have no resources to sustain their people. So they will rely on the South, while the old governors, so the South can control the economy, while the North hold the defense and power. Are you following me? That is exact arrangement in Sudan. So a man came in, okay? So a man came in and his name is Omar al-Bashir. Omar al-Bashir came to power through coup, because that's where the story started, and that's where Sudan divided. On him, Sudan divided. And he continued the further milking and exploitation of the South. But there was an arrangement when they were being given independence from Egypt. That arrangement, like Nigeria too, was that the Southern Sudan will be autonomous. They will be able to do whatever they want to do according to their own dictate and pace. That was an arrangement, okay? The Northern Sudan, they will also develop according to their own pace, at their own time, and all region will control their resources. But when the North, using their size, took over in 1976 or thereabout, they stopped that autonomy, like our own 1966, when the military terrorists, when they stopped the regional system of government. So they had theirs. So the autonomy that the South enjoyed was taken away from them by the North. Because they have the size, they control who become president. Then they have their own history of coup. Omar al-Bashir became their president through coup. And the onslaught continued. Meanwhile, the South didn't give up. So they started what became a civil war. So that ended sometimes in the 80s, but they resumed again in that same 80s until 2005. So for donkey years, the Sudan that you see out there, Sudan, president of Sudan, oh, Sudan, this and that, it was a divided country within, that they were using the power of gun and propaganda and buying some fools from Southern Sudan who agreed with the arrangement of Sudan generally, even though they are from the Southern Sudan. While these killings, these attacks, this abuse, exploitation lasted to the point that rebels were controlling most part of Southern Sudan. They recruited child soldiers. Children were recruited to be gone. They committed so many human rights crimes during that long war. The whole world ignored them. But they had the resources. They have the oil. They have everything to make them great, right? So in 2005, finally, the autonomy that was stolen from them through the barrel of gun, like the autonomy for Western region, autonomy for Eastern region, autonomy for the Midwestern region that people fought for, the thing that gave them identity, that gave them some kind of representation, that made them feel like, well, we are part of a country called Nigeria, was stolen away from them in 1966. And it has never been restored since then. So since 1966, there have been, in Nigeria, there have been Southern collaborators who have been rewarded with president, with governor, with, senator, minister, contractor, this and that, ambassador, to keep that lie of a united Nigeria together, while they continue to kill everyone who questions that arrangement. Same thing was happening in Southern Sudan. The difference was that the Southern Sudan, they did not give up and continue to talk like me and you are talking now. They decided to fight it, and they never stopped fighting for it until 2005. Finally, that autonomy was restored to the people of Southern Sudan. Years of war, years of destruction, years of deprivation, years of exploitation, years of corruption, generations destroyed, generation born who never saw anything other than what Sudan made them. But Southern Sudan is landlocked. As much as they are not more than 12 million, they are landlocked. It is one of the countries that is actually inside the center of Africa that in the north, they share border with Sudan. In the south, in the east, they share border with, countries like, what's that country? Uganda or thereabout. They are so inside. So after 2005, so they are now ready to face their own demon. The demon of their limitation placed on them by Sudan and the rulers of Sudan and their collaborators. So it is now time for them to face their own demon. How are they going to come out of this? How are they going to build their country? How are they going to build their people? And in 2007, they were given their independence. In 2011, they gained independence. And I think in the same 2011, they got admitted into the United Nations. So this is now a country trying to come from the ruins of decades foisted on them. The journey that could have been easier if indeed they were considered to be part of Sudan. So last, they started rebuilding. And for the first time in decades, they were able to build their own airport, international airport. That plane can actually land there. Let's go to Nigeria. Yes, they had their clashes of supremacy. Who is going to rule here? Who is going to rule there? Right? And eventually they resolved it. You know what they agreed to now? In Sudan, there's something called equal power representation. They have a president and they have about 5 vice presidents. These 5 vice presidents, they come from the 5 tribes that make up the entire South Sudan, which means before any decision is taken, all of them must be part of it. That's what we are talking about. When you start a new country, you will be able to sit down and say, this is how we want to be. Now, this kind of government we want to do. Our traditional institution, we want to give them this response. You know what I mean? You will be able to decide that. So let's come back to Nigeria. After the civil war, when the Biafrans said, you took away our autonomy, because that is what happened. When they formed one Nigeria and they forced everybody into that unitary system, and they started calling, they started promoting one Nigeria, I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, my country, Nigeria, underground. After they started the civil war, killed 5 million people, and they eventually forced them to remain, okay? They now stopped the actual open killing, which is what they call war, the genocide. They now started what they called, what now became Cold War, tribal profiling of the nationality, of the ethnic nationality in Nigeria, the Biafrans, who attempted to break away since the arrangement that brought them to Nigeria has been broken the moment they took away their autonomy and they forced them to be part of Nigeria. That's what happened though. And who are those who continue to say Nigeria must remain one? The northern Nigeria. Because they control the power. Who has the economy power of Nigeria? Southern Nigeria. What is the size of northern Nigeria to southern Nigeria by land? The northern Nigeria controls over 72% of the entire land that make up the entire Nigeria. Southern Nigeria controls just a paltry 28%. Now, the northern Nigeria and this Fulani oligarch, they have repeatedly told all of you that eastern Nigeria is landlocked. And I'll tell you why they continue to use that word. And it's not true. In their way of restructuring Nigeria after the Civil War, what they did was they broke Nigeria into states. And it was deliberate, calculated, so that they can factor in areas or what they now regarded as states. They can put them in a place and say, these are the Biafrans. And this is their land. Since this state is a mixture of, the Jaws, the Yorubas, the Shekiris, and we can tell them and make them realize that they are not like these people. Remember, these are the people who fought war. If you want to claim to be Biafrans, we will consider you as enemy of Nigeria. So we have created state for you now. Be grateful. Do you understand that now? That was what the northern Fulani oligarch did. So they divided that, and in their own map, they put all the Igbos in the center. So they have no access to any sea. Okay? They have no access to this or that, which is not true. Are you with me? It is their own narration. It is what they put together that they put into your textbook in secondary school, primary school, social study, telling you that the eastern Nigeria is landlocked. Because before these criminals took over power and abrogate all powers to the center, the eastern Nigeria comprises of everywhere that is today called South, Niger Delta, or whatever you want to call them now. And that gave the Biafrans everything that you need to call a country that will be prosperous if they have a chance of being on their own. So after the Civil War, after the genocide, so they redrew the map. They cut everything, make it look like that. Turn people brothers against brothers, sisters against sisters. It was such a crime back then back in the days, for you to ever walk anywhere and say you are a Biafran. Biafrans will be telling you that, no, I'm a Nigerian, I'm Igbo. Just to avoid the stigmatization. That didn't even prevent it. It didn't stop Nigeria from profiling them. Oh, you be Igbo. Oh, Igbos. Are you not the people that said you want to break Nigeria? So that sentiment is still there for so many people. Right? But they make it look like that. Now, let's now even use Southern Nigeria. So that Sudan they are talking about. Okay? Number one, the literacy level in what is today Southern Sudan is 27%. As terrible as the education is in Nigeria, literacy rate in Southern Nigeria is put at over 75%. Are you following me? Which simply means it is easier for people to understand the danger they are in, to process this same information, and at the same time, it is easier for them to come to terms with what they want than a country that and a people that some people deliberately put in that situation of unavailable education deliberately. People who naturally, intentionally made that part of Sudan to be so underdeveloped that they never got their own first international airport until maybe 2015. And that international airport in that Sudan, as we talk today, right? Well, can stand with any local airport in Nigeria so far, if not quite to standard of that of your Nigeria, to some extent, by the way. But you know one thing about them, they have come out of all their differences. They have come out of that, and they are citizens all over the world now. They are happy to go back to Sudan to Southern Sudan, as Southern Sudanese, who can actually contribute something, build their country from the rumble in Southern Nigeria. Now they try to explain what democracy means to the Megad in Abuja. Abi, we are the one who always try to speak grammar to explain why government is not working, why some people need to wait, why we need to give it time. Are we the Southern and not those who are speaking the grammar? Are we not the one who are also funding the media, spending money to promote the propaganda of one Nigeria, one Nigeria? So are you saying we are not educated enough to know what we want? Like the Southern Sudanese? And if the Southern Sudanese can come out, they are the newest country in the world today. And they are closer to you. They are landlocked. Genuinely, they are landlocked. But guess what? They are building faster than what Sudan built for them in over 50 years. So can you tell them that they are not developing when for 50 years, you know what I'm talking about? Now, let's go back to the Eastern Nigeria, the Biafrans. Do you know that after the Civil War, after the destruction of, more than 90% of the Eastern Nigeria by the Nigerian army, bombing and killing and maiming, after that, do you know that every airport, maybe until 2015, I'm trying to be generous here, okay? Maybe until 2015, do you know that every airport in Eastern Nigeria was built by the people, association, communities of the people of the Biafra land? Do you know that? That there is no one single federal airport built by Nigeria for the people of Eastern Nigeria. Do you know that? Your popular airport in Enugu. Where else again? Do you have another one in Owerri? Every airport you see in Eastern Nigeria is either built by the people who contributed the money, right? Or built by communities who also contributed that money. No single one up to this moment. Do you also know that for 50 years after the war, there is no single rail line of that of federal government of Nigeria to say Nigeria built this standard gauge rail line that is operational to the eastern part of Nigeria? Do you know that? Well, now you do. And it is deliberate. Okay? And do you know that the economy of Nigeria today, as of today, even from after the war, the economy of Nigeria, which solely rely on importation, do you know that the fund resources running that kind of industry for decades now, keeping Nigeria moving, even as much as you can't produce anything that you eat or you use other than to import them? Do you know that the only nationality that invested so much into that industry have been the Biafrans after the war? And do you also know that even in this modern day and time, Nigeria is borrowing money to construct new rail line from Kano to Maradi in Niger Republic, and Nigeria is going to borrow the money, and Nigerians, everyone in Nigeria will pay for that loan, paid for fully by Nigeria to Niger Republic. And do you also know that it will cost less than what they are going to borrow to construct that rail line from Kano to Maradi in Niger Republic? It will cost them less of that to construct similar rail line from Lagos to Onitsha. Do you know that? And do you also know that it is deliberate that after the war, the Nigerian government decided to ensure that there is no direct importation from anywhere all over the world into the Eastern Nigeria? Do you know that Anyway, for 60 years of Nigeria independence, deliberately, a landlocked region who has no seaport, right? But controls the seaport in every part of southern Nigeria, deliberately ensure that if you are bringing anything into Nigeria through sea, you have to do it through Lagos. Do you know that that is deliberate? And that is deliberate to educate this generation that that is the only seaport in Nigeria. Yet, there are far better, bigger, if well managed, deeper seaports that can be developed. More than 5 of them in eastern Nigeria. Do you know that? And do you know that no one will be allowed, no government will be allowed, no community will be allowed to go into that and develop that sector to create jobs? Do you know that economically, Nigeria deliberately, whether the person who is the president is an Igbo man, is a Yoruba man, is a Fulani man, or Hausa man, Igala man, Isoko man, Irobo man, wherever it comes from, Tifi man, you know, it doesn't matter. The workbook is the same. Underdeveloped in eastern Nigeria, because one day they are going to break away. Anything you spend there, it is a waste. It is an unwritten code, but they won't tell you. Look at how they act and compare what they did to the Southern Sudanese. So today, they are activating further destruction of that part. And this time around, they are not just doing it to the eastern Nigeria. They are doing it to the entire southern Nigeria. They are doing it to the entire middle belt of Nigeria. And they are using Nigeria money to build an escape route, a train to a paradise that they were all relaxing to. This might sound like a conspiracy theory. Of course. Let me tell you something. When the Sudan of al-Bashir was busy pillaging the southern Sudan, destroying the children, destroying the women, destroying their livelihood, destroying everything they hold dear. For years, those who are from the northern Sudan, not all of them, if you follow them very well, some of them were not happy, but they wanted the one country that worked. But they knew then those who were in power, they had their own agenda for deliberately underdeveloping the southern Sudan. Are you digging? So when the southern Sudanese finally got to that point of, we want to leave, they got support from the northern Sudanese too. But you know what happened? It was going to be a day of reckoning for al-Bashir, where people then, the northern Sudanese who supported him, they continue to vilify the southern Sudanese. They continue to tell them that they will kill them. Many of them were being recruited into the military for one purpose only, to stop the southern Sudanese from asking to break away. Are you following me? Citizens who were born into that orchestrated propaganda of destroying the people simply because they have different belief, they have different, they have different identity that should have been respected. The autonomy, given to them. But the generation of northern Sudanese who thought they needed to build a country, like the generation of the northern Nigerians who call themselves northern Nigerians today, who are hell-bent in saving one Nigeria, even though they don't understand. As al-Bashir was destroying southern Sudan, it wasn't really sparing the northern Sudanese. The poverty was the same. Sharia was everywhere. You cannot drink alcohol in public. It was a upright this and that, using religion. But the day that the northern Sudanese, after the southern Sudanese broke away, the northern Sudanese, they took over al-Bashir's palace. A revolution started. Al-Bashir was arrested. And when they broke into his palace, there is no kind of alcohol or brand that they didn't find in that is a chamber. They are like, hey, for years, this man that will put a whole of a bedsheet all over his head, and he'll be reading Quran, and he'll be speaking Arabic. Hey, This person a drunkard, sha. That is what will happen to northern Nigeria. So they believed their leader. They thought they were fighting for a country. They were saving a country, a great country. Some enemies want to break it up, some this and that. But last, Southern Sudan broke away. The northern Sudanese, they saw the truth. They saw through the lies, and they couldn't take it. Brothers and sisters, it didn't take them 3-4 years after the Southern Sudan broke away from Northern Sudan. The people saw through the lies of all their leaders. Revolution started. Oh boy, al-Bashir was consumed by that revolution. Sultan of Sokoto, Abi, Uthman Danfodio of Sokoto, is going to run away. Boko Haram, oh dear. Every one of them will run away the moment the Southern Nigeria pathway with Northern Nigeria. So we, as they had them back then in Southern Sudan, there were Southern Sudanese who were claiming to be Sudanese. We are Sudanese. We are not Southern Sudanese. All this nonsense must stop. All this agitation, all these killings. We are just killing our people. This is never going to happen. This is a waste of time. Eh? Because they wanted to be alive. So they were supporting the al-Bashir government. Last, some of them are now living in exile. Some of them are still Southern Sudanese. And their interests are still protected there. So if anybody is telling you or comparing Southern Sudan with Southern Nigeria, they are trying to intellectually manipulate you. Don't let them. They are lying to you. There is no way, in any way, you will compare Southern Nigeria with Southern Sudan, okay? There is no way. No chance. I was watching a video, and they said the people of Southern Kaduna, they have decided to break away from the people of Northern Kaduna. I'm like, Omo, we are in the breakup season, Make everybody just the plan in own thing. When are you going to tell your people that you are done, you want to move? Everybody should start getting mentally, psychologically prepared. You see that Nigeria you see today, you're not going to see it again very soon. All that is left now is just the what do you call it? The consensus of the Southerners, the Biafrans, the Oduduwans, and everybody who wants to have their own country everywhere, coming together to say, you know what? Let us first move and see what development look like. Let's see what development feels like. The likes of Tifnumbu will have no place. Forget it. They will just, all of them, you see, the moment that change happen, they will just have to, retire finally and just give up. They can't fight it. You have no idea. By the time this thing gets to some level now, you begin to have an idea. Our brothers and sisters who are for revolution now, they are worried that they have no place or any position being placed for them in this Oduduwa Republic because they have not found any commoners into the revolution for a better Nigeria and, a free Oduduwa Republic, that they can actually have the same dream they have for one Nigeria in a place where every idea like theirs is welcome. Please don't always be carried away by social media comments, okay? That's why I said if you are following Mayegun's diary, you are entitled to your own opinion, but you have access to information that you can process and be like, okay, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, really? Oh, I never knew that. Well, that makes sense. That is what Mayegun's diary is all about. I am not here to tell you what to think, what to say, what to do, when to think. You get what I mean now? But you will be so much well-built enough that you will be able to have the pieces of the information. You'll be able to pieces them together like, okay, well, that makes sense. Right? Okay. So, don't let them continue to appeal to your fear. Okay? Don't let them make that permanent in your head. Southern Kaduna want to break up from the Northern Kaduna. It's a good thing, no? But it's up to them. That won't stop Oduduwa Republic. It won't stop Biafra. Because that's not enough. If the people of Southern Kaduna, after breaking away from Northern Kaduna, if they want to join their brothers and their cousins and nephews in Benue Middle Belt to join the rest of us in the southern Nigeria to take a position. They are welcome. But guess what? We are in the breakup season. And I think all of us should see this. It's going to be a long night. If you still have the time, let's go to Southern Kaduna and Northern Kaduna. They have started the breakup meeting and they have agreed to part ways like this.
May we all rise up as we welcome His Excellency and His entourage to this very, very important gathering. Very quickly, we will be seated and we sing as they are here. Never have to consult anybody. After all, are beyond being questioned. Peace or wish, we're here today deliberating for the zonal meeting, Republic of Nigeria, 1999.
I am here to further expound on the memo we submitted before this August committee since August the 7th, 2020. One of the issues that we presented there is the issue of state creation. For over 30 years, the people of Southern Kaduna have always presented a case for a state to be created. And it has become difficult even with the report of the 2014 National Conference, where it was recommended that 18 states be created, including Gurara State, for the people of Southern Kaduna. 1 minute. Section 8 of the Constitution has become very cumbersome. So we hereby suggest that this committee amend Section 8 of the Constitution to make it possible for the state of Gurara to be created. Secondly, we suggest also a restructuring of the present geopolitical structures. We have 6 geopolitical arrangements and Southern Kaduna is in the northwest zone. We want an 8th geopolitical arrangement where Gurara State, if created, will be part of Middle Belt West geopolitical zone. And we also want to recommend here that the Land Use Act in the Constitution be expunged because it has made indigenous and community landowners to suffer unfair treatment where land is taken from indigenous owners at will. And so we recommend that this section of the Constitution be removed and a law be made in that regard.
We are aware that from 1987 to 1992, the state has witnessed unfortunate incidences of communal and religious disturbances, the most recent being the Dongo Katap communal disturbances of February and May 1992. Because for the last 4 decades, over 40 instances of crisis have been recorded, with so many deaths and loss of property. So it is in that conviction that so I have to summarize. It is our belief that this is in the interest of the country to separate these communities that are irreconcilable in Kaduna State. These people.
I wish to express my heartfelt condolences to all the.
That's what I can say. But what I'm trying to show or prove to you there is that, yes, meanwhile, they are not the only people asking for state. Some of them still believe in one Nigeria. In southern Nigeria too, there are some Igbo leaders who are also pressuring for more states. as their own way of, as the way of giving them equitable representation in Nigeria, okay? So all these things are going on. Oh. There are other people who are also pushing for more states in Yoruba land as a way of, okay, if Nigeria must work, let's create more states. Let's do, you know what I mean now? So don't be surprised that they are asking for that to part way. What I actually wanted to prove to you there is that we don't need anybody's permission, especially Southern Nigeria, when we are ready. We don't need anybody's permission to come together and tell the rest of Nigeria that we don't want to be part of Nigeria anymore. But that must come from a very strong consensus. And that's what we are working on. We'll get to that place. So, by the way, I'm so sure of it. So we don't need anybody's consultation. All this madness about the Southern governors didn't consult with the Northern Fulani leader, or they didn't consult with the Fulani leaders, so how can they expect to take a decision about open grazing? You see, in the next few months, listen to me, as the killings continues, as their genocide they are already carrying out in East. Do you hear what the police chief said today? They said they have kidnapped over 1,000 people. They said they are high-profile IPOB ESN sponsor. So they have kidnapped so many innocent people as you are watching this video, and they are doing it every day, okay? In order to fulfill the mission of the genocide going on in Eastern Nigeria right now, everywhere. As the Fulanis are trying to invade, the Nigerian military, Ebubeagu, they are hunting down innocent people, picking them up, kill the ones they can kill right there, burn their properties down, and take away those they can take away, unaccounted for up to now. And it's going on every day, even as you are watching this video. So, as they are, sorry, I picked up something there. So, as they are busy doing this in Eastern Nigeria, the same thing in the next few days, next few weeks, next few months, they are also going to be rolling out what would be like a carrot and stick approach. You have been hearing their leaders now. Oh, we need to ban open grazing. The same people who said open grazing was right. Even Masari came out and he said open grazing is un-Islamic. They are trying to use the carrot and stick, make it look like, okay, if all of you want to break Nigeria because of the Fulani who are killing you and all of that, okay. Now, we want all of you to see that we condemn open grazing too, to buy time. And at the same time, they will also use that as well. Oh, we can give state. Okay, fine, why not? Let's talk security. Oh, is that what they want? Okay, like, we have to get that. They will be doing all of that too. They will be doing all of that in the next few months. While the killings, the attacks will also continue. Do you understand that now? So they will turn this unity begging to so many things. They will become so desperate that they will begin to give you states like na bread and butter, na bread and cake. I mean, sorry, bread and akara. Don't be swayed. Do not be deceived. Whatever they can do to keep this until 2023, they are doing everything. Somebody said Nigerians are going to elect a new president in 2023. I was like, dream on. Just tell us that you are going to write the name of another person if they will let you write that, okay? But in Yoruba land, in Biafra land, in the southern Nigeria, by the end of this year, you will know if there's going to be 2023 or there will be no 2023. Or if that your 2023 is going to be about referendum or something else, they can't hold it tight for that long with where they have dragged themselves to now. Especially now that they have bitten more than they can chew. I just wanted to warn you about that. Okay? So we don't need anybody's permission. Nobody's permission. Until we find that common ground where everybody from the southern Nigeria will realize that you are actually being trapped to be killed. Look at what happened in Benue. Look at what is going on in Benue. They will come out and pretend. Buhari already told, Garbage, she already told the governor of Benue that you either accept Ruga. If you want peace in your state, you need to accept Ruga. That's the first time they publicly told an elected governor that if you want peace, then you must accept Ruga. Publicly. And they have been killing them since then. 36 people, 36 bodies were recovered. On social media, you must have seen all the pictures. I can't share them. You have seen all the killings in Southern Kaduna, but they found a way to gather in a room to ask for a new state. No wahala. I am not from Southern Kaduna. If Southern Kaduna want to have another state, fine. I want a country where the autonomy lies in the hands of the people, not in the hands of some serfs, some slave masters who believe that, well, now destiny give them. No, destiny didn't give me destiny. That useless destiny they are talking about did not put my destiny in the hand of any of those criminals. And with the government in their hand, they have done enough damages, if I have to put it that way. So don't let anybody deceive you about South Sudan this, South Sudan that. Okay? Grab your phone. Go on to, what do you call it? Go on to Google. Google is your friend. It's just a click away. From there, you can begin to read, gather information about what you need to know. Something some of those empty heads will never tell you. They don't want you to know because they don't know themselves, but they will appeal to your fear. You are just going to be killed. They are just going to kill the people. Why should asking for your own country lead to you being killed? Because that is how the Fulani terrorists kept power. That's how they have kept power for this long. And all of them and their own allies and their own, friends in the South, all those friends in the South, they have no power. You know it. You know that they can get rid of any of them anytime they want. Yes, they may be walking about as governors, walking about as senators, walking about as this and that. When they come for them for real, you know what I'm talking about. You realize that they have nothing. People that walk about that can't control the police. They don't control the military. They don't control anything that has to do with security. But they can only use them to oppress their own people. When the governor wants their military to beat you up, he will put a call through. The military will come and then, they will beat you up. But when Fulani terrorists are attacking you, if the governor called them, they will tell him, we don't obey, we don't take order from you. So how can you not be smart enough to know that those who are parading themselves as political leaders, religious leaders, opinion molders, traditional rulers, who also want us to believe that they speak for us, do you know that most of them, all of them have no power if the Fulani terrorists come for them? From Yoruba land, to Igbo land, to Ijo land, to Ishekiri, to everywhere, they have no power. They are just holding the power for them. You know what I'm talking about. If one of them shoots gun up now, kabu, 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 you know what will happen? Fellow Nigerians, all these fools from the south, they will quickly gather their passport, everything, whatever they can gather, grab everywhere. They will leave all of you there. And they are the people who are saying they love Nigeria. You know why? Because they are not in control. They're not born them well to do a meeting and say, oh yeah, no way, we don't want any coup. When they hear that the military from this barrack, that barrack, they are on their way to government house, they will be the first to run away. But when we talk, they will say, we represent our people. We are elected by our people. We speak for our people. We know. But you see, the moment the people find that common ground, we are getting there. The moment the people find the common ground to say, let's push it. You see those ones who are parading themselves as your leaders in Yoruba land, in Igbo land, you will realize that they are actually absolute nothing. Information. Southern Sudan became a country in 2011. Go on there. It's right there. I can read it here on my phone. Don't listen to those fearmongers. You are in danger already. Your community can be attacked any moment from now. Your story may be the next story we are talking about. Those who died in Benue overnight, many of them were still alive 2 days ago. Do you know that? So you are alive today watching me from Nigeria, but you know it, that you are living in an existential security threat. And anything can happen to you now. Now you are walking about with blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus. Oh man, they said the way the people of Nigeria use the blood of Jesus, if nobody say it is abundance, the whole thing for don't run on a short supply. Because every small thing, blood of Jesus, headache, let's use that. Police illegal arrest, assault you use blood of Jesus to take you out of it. Only and all of that. I'm not mocking your religion, okay? I'm just saying that Nigeria has messed you up so bad that you are living in fear, but you've created something to make you feel better. That maybe with that you will be protected, or that is why you are actually being protected. It is, I don't know what they call it psychologically, but I will give you my own, when I use my hand, you understand what I mean. So it is something like you trying to create your own alternative world. When you realize that the world you are living in, you are so powerless that you can't change it. You think you are mentally, physically, or psychologically powerless to change it. So you decided to create an alternative one that makes you feel like even if you are in danger, something will take you out of it. Baba, nobody say they work all the time. Oh. Are you with me? Nigeria is so bad that even Nigeria will make you hate your own religion, make you hate your God. Have you seen where people are questioning God? God, why? Alone, did I not worship you enough? Hey God, did I not serve you enough? Why would you just take my everything? That's what Nigeria does to you. Nigeria make you question your own faith. Question that your God. It damages you. Because Nigeria wants you to attach everything that is wrong with you, that you don't have an idea what you should do, to God. Are you with me? That's how Nigeria mess you up. And when we talk about it, some people take insult. Are you insulting God? Are you trying to insult God? That's Nigeria. That's Nigeria talking in you, not you. If you think very well, there is no point in you proving how powerful God is or not. You should be the example of it. My brothers and sisters, apart from you creating your own alternative world, alternative one that make you feel safe, sense of safety, can you come to reality quickly, just for 2 minutes? Everything I've told you about Nigeria, the insecurity, you know they exist, Abi. You know they exist. But you know that taking yourself away from it will not take it away. Do you know that? Now you can go back to that, your trance world, okay? And enjoy it. I hope a shock will not bring you back. Are you with me? You live in that danger now. And there is no alternative option you can create that can take you away from that danger. Are you with me? And that is why anyone appealing to your fear, telling you that there's going to be war, they are going to kill you, they are going to do this, people are going to die. What they are not telling you is that people are already being killed. People are already being kidnapped. Young children, women are being kidnapped. Ransom are being paid. Human organs are being harvested. Right there, be at your backyard. And those who are appealing to your fear that you should stay in Nigeria, they just wanted to take your mind away from it and make you start thinking that you should thank God. About you should thank God. Did you see Fulani come to your? Did you have a farm? I don't have a farm. So why are you worried? I just pray. Say God protect all of us. Now God, somebody is trying to take you into a world away from the reality. Then they are denying you the opportunity to be able to critically think, possibly prepare to defend yourself. And by the time you have that chance of critical thinking, you will realize that you're not alone. There are others. They just need the numbers. And by the time you join them and you ignore those who are appealing to your fear, Oduduwa Republic campaign will make sense to you. Biafra Republic campaign will make sense to you. And every other campaign that is asking that people should demand for something different, they will begin to make sense to you when you stop taking yourself to another world, by taking yourself away from the danger you are in now to another one that seems safer, when indeed it is not. I'm going to stop here. My 1 hour is up, and I'm going to open the line for everyone to also contribute. I'm not just the only person that will continue to talk. And if you think you have 1 or 2 things to add, let me connect the line, and then we can begin to take off for another half an hour, and we'll call it a night tonight. Okay, so let's see. for those who are possibly trying for the first time to call Mayegun's Diary Political Studio, you have to call through the WhatsApp call, and the number is on your screen. Check it. Hello there.
Hey, my brother, Mayegun General.
Yes, sir. How are you?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm very well. Your name?
My name is Anthony. I'm calling from the United States.
Anthony from the United States, please.
Yes, I just want to thank you for the enlightenment, for the comparative analysis, and your juxtaposition of South Sudan and Nigeria. I hope that the minds of the blockhead will hear this gospel. I just hope they are listening, because you cannot succeed with fraud for too long. By the way, I just want to draw your attention to what you mentioned yesterday when you were doing something. I didn't have time to phone in, so I called for a long time, but the line was busy. Yeah, just quickly. One Auntie Gwegwegwe, we call them Auntie Gwegwegwe in Afipo, who claimed to be the police PRO, who said there was no bomb blast. I hope that Auntie Gwegwegwe is listening to this message and face reality. If you see the wind is blowing,
bring ourselves back to reality and stop taking ourselves to another world that pretend that it's all right. Everything is well.
Absolutely. Now, the big wind is the next season is the people, the masses are going to start facing them. It's just a matter of time. It won't be long.
Thank you, Anthony.
It started in Port Harcourt some days ago and somewhere in Bayelsa, and it's still coming down.
Gradually.
People are hungry and angry. Thank you so much, Mayegun.
Thank you, Anthony. I love that. So I've got another caller on the line. Thank you so much, Anthony, for calling in.
Thank you, brother.
Let's see if I get that. Hello there.
Yo. Are you good?
Yes, sir. Your name?
General, here is Chukudi.
Hi, Chukudi. Wait. Chukudi, fire.
Yes, my brother. I still say you, they discipline them again. They set the record straight. They explain. They show them. So, my brother, make I drop this one. It's like this.
Go on.
Nigerian government identifies with the terrorists. For them, it is an offense to fight against the terrorists. Repentant Boko Haram are recruited into Nigerian military and are paid 150,000 naira monthly, while the real soldiers get 50. If you are in Nigeria claiming to be speaking for the masses, comfortably and alive, if the government doesn't call you terrorists, then I am ringing the alarm. You are Boko Haram. Confirm. Scam. Worse than Boko Haram. Yes, I am ringing the alarm. Confirm Boko Haram. Such this scam. Worse than Boko Haram. So Boko Haram will tell you the truth, what they will do to you. Quote Quran, Surah 98, verse 6, and Quran, Surah 9, verse 29. But Nigerian government will tell you, oh, citizens, don't fear. We are here, there, everywhere, and we care. We'll share, and like a bear, their lives, they will tear down. So I am ringing the alarm.
Thank you.
You are Boko Haram. Such a scam, worse than Boko Haram even. And SARS is a pro-justice like IPOB. Maya Lafia, Bubakabagina tribe, Mayegun, Simon Eba, more than 8 protesters. Persecution by Nigeria is Biafra agitators, and now Ududuwa. Execution by Nigerian militants. So I am raising the alarm. If Nigerian military doesn't look at you as terrorists, Nigerian government, that means you are like Boko Haram that is sci-fi. You know, that is a scam again. More than Boko Haram. So my brother said this one. I said, NSAS protesters, they've been tagging you terrorists. End up in Canada, like DJ Switch. And 6 Boko Haram members who were convicted in United Arab Emirates.
That's right.
2 got life sentence. Why each of the rest 4 got 10 years? So $782,000 they wired to Boko Haram, involving Nigerian government officials, yet they are hiding them. Said though the convict lost the appeal, could file a fresh appeal. Same Abike,
let me take another call because of our time. Okay, we can be all go on and on and on and on. I'm going to stop you there tonight. Thank you so much, Chukudi. You have a good evening.
Keep it up.
Thank you so much, Baba. That's a good one. There, I can go on and on with him. Anyway, I'm sorry for keeping you waiting. So, hello. Oh dear. Hello, can you hear me? No.
Hello, how are you doing?
I'm very well.
I hope you're fine. Keep up the good job, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Your name? You didn't give me your name.
Emmanuel.
Nice one, Baba. Thank you so much. You have a good one, okay? That's Emmanuel calling from Lagos. Hello.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hello, the General.
Yes, sir.
Hello, the General.
Who am I speaking
to? Yeah, my
to?
name is Shegun, calling from Essex.
Shegun from
my
Essex?
My name is Olusegun, calling from Essex.
Lovely, brother.
Yeah, in London.
You are live.
Yeah, my contribution is very straightforward. So don't let us be distracted, yeah?
Okay.
This Southern Kaduna and the main Kaduna is just another agenda by the Fulanis. Tomorrow now, they'll say, okay, it has been created, they are accepted, and they'll start creating additional local government, additional senator in the House of Senate, additional House of Rep members, and additional political power for these Fulani and their cronies. So let Southerners not be deceived. This is another plight by these people to increase their political, territory.
That's right.
So we just have to be very careful. Niger State, they are doing the same now. Niger State want to divide, go into 2 states.
That's right.
So we just have to be very, very careful. These people want to increase their members in the House of Senate and the House of Representatives, more local government to get more allocation. More local government, more allocation from the federal pulse. And so we just have to be very clever now.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks
Thank you,
Mike.
Mike.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You have a good one. Okay. So I have another caller. Hello.
Hello, my good darling.
Hello, sir.
My name is Thomas Zemekobioha. Thank you. I'm calling from Germany. Yes.
Okay. That from Germany. You are live, sir.
Correct.
Thank you.
I've had some people on your program, even in Nigeria, they are debating, saying go back to 1960s constitution or rule themselves like England, Wales, they call themselves Great Britain, such autonomy, bring it back to Nigeria, that it may work. But what they forget to know, those people in the House of Assembly, all those people debating, both on channel televisions and all the professors, what they fail to know is that that constitution worked in 1960s because there was no terrorist organization such as Boko Haram, such as Fulani herdsmen, terrorizing everybody there. In UK, they are practicing that autonomy they are practicing in UK, and it's working because there is no terrorist organization in Wales or Scotland or in England terrorizing everybody there. That is why it seems it is working. No restructure in Nigeria can work. I mean, let us take a minute and say, okay, we restructure Nigeria now. What if the same Fulani wake up tomorrow, carry out a military coup, and return back the constitution back to where we are today again? What will people do then? Because maybe that then, maybe in 100, 200, 300 years to come, there will be no Nnamdi Kanu. There will be no IGBOHO. What will happen to people there? That's where the problem is. If the South fell, if the Southern Nigeria fell now to achieve their independence from this Fulani, it is game over. Because people like Nnamdi Kanu don't come out. In fact, if people are lucky, in 1,000 years before you witness such a person. And thank God it is in our generation. And we are seeing him, and we are seeing IGBOHO. If I have 1 minute, I will speak to my people in Osun because I live in Osun very well.
Please,
there is one thing
I'll grant it to you. If you can make use of it.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
There is one thing Nnamdi Kanu always teach people. He always say what the Europeans can do or what other races can do, black people can do better. In Osun State alone, he can produce economy that the whole, what is called Southwest today, can rely on in 50 million years to come because of tourism. There is one religious tourism that always happens in Osun State every year. If there is security in Nigeria, what you are seeing in Mecca will be a child's play to what will be happening in Osun State. You know what I'm talking? Where it's called the Living Spring. Please, I leave it here so others may call. Thank you so very much.
Emeka. That's a very, very good presentation from you. Within that just 3 minutes. I appreciate that. Thank you. So I have another caller. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
You are now live.
Hello. Yes, I just want to make a contribution.
Yes. Sorry. Your name, please.
Olawale.
Oh, great. Your voice is so fainted there, sir. But yeah, go on. You are live. This is Mayegun.
Yes, Olawale from UK.
Yes, sir.
From Manchester. Hello?
You know what, sir? You should listen to the phone, okay? If you listen to the video, it's a bit delayed, okay? But you listen to the phone more so that me and you can talk. Ignore the video, please.
I'm watching the video.
Yeah, just ignore it for now, okay? Just talk to me on the phone only.
Oh, can I tell you what I want to say?
Please, sir.
What I want to, you see, I have seen all his analysis. That one, a lot of people know it. The question is, what happens when we go and do rally in Lagos and the police attack us?
Is that a direct question to me, sir? So that I can answer that straight away. What will happen is, if the police, usually, we've seen the Ilanomo Udua. We have seen the so many other Yoruba socio-cultural organizations who have used their coalition to organize big rallies. They did it in Abeokuta. They had clashes with the police when police deliberately went after them. And they ensured that everyone picked up by the police were released before they left Abeokuta. So they had the same rally in Osun. The police that were sent to go and attack them, when they saw people coming, they never attacked them. They had another recent one in Ondo. The police showed up as well. But they didn't have the ball to really attack them to lead to any real serious problem. Now, back to your question, sir. Lagos. The people in Lagos who are Yorubas, I mean the genuine or more Yorubas, they will troop out on that date for Lagos rally, and there will be nothing that will happen. We are very peaceful about it, sir, and we are positive that it will be peaceful. Okay?
Yes, thank you very much. I agree with you because I have been following this thing over a long time. Out here in Lagos, there are three factions. The commissioner of police is saying he's not going to accept.
I know.
The people faction is going to use Oluomo to attack them. What happens?
Ondo State Governor Akeredolu, he released about 3 statements. And in fact, the last one he released about Oduduwa Republic Rally in Ondo was that there must never be any rally in Ondo State. They are not welcome.
That is in Ondo State.
But it happened, sir. Yeah, I know it's Lagos State. Shebi MC Oluomo is in Lagos State, Abi. Sir, yes. There will be no problem. I can tell you that. On that day, I'm not saying there won't be few guys coming out, but we are talking about Sunday Igboho. MC Oluomo and their crew and their gang, they know Sunday Igboho, sir. Tifnumbu knows Sunday Igboho. And the better part of Sunday Igboho is the better part we are seeing in the videos, where he's talking, where he's doing all of this. That's the best of Sunday Igboho. You don't want to see the other side, sir. And they know. They know. They will give him that day in Lagos State, and nothing will happen. You can have my word for that.
Okay. I'm watching you. I'm watching you live.
I'm trying to build your confidence, sir, okay? You shouldn't worry, all right? Everything is under control. Yes, sir.
And my own, I like you. I have watched all that. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Let me take another call, okay? Continue watching. We are about to round up. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I have another caller, quickly. Sorry for keeping you waiting because I used the opportunity. Daddy was there asking some very, very vital questions. You know, like I said, there are people who are always appealing to your fear, right? So they tell you, oh, we are going to do this. Oh, they are going to attack them. And you don't want that to happen. You don't want to see people hurt in Lagos. You don't want to see properties destroyed in Lagos, right? But when they appeal to you, then you will tell you, don't go. They are going to do this. So, because that is the only way they keep power. Right. By appealing to your fear, okay? By spreading violence. But it is Sunday Igboho. When they say they will meet in Lagos, trust me, they will meet in Lagos. Good evening there. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Your name, sir?
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I'm so sorry, right? I was looking at your, what do you call it? Your picture on the profile. Yeah. And I just said, okay, yeah. So your name, please.
Kathy from London.
Kathy. Oh, Kathy. You are watching on YouTube. Is that same Kathy?
Yes, it's same Kathy.
Oh, dear sister. Finally. I can hear your voice. And I think this is the second time, yeah?
No, this is the first time.
Is it the first?
Yeah, this is the first
bless
time.
You.
I've been trying to reach you. I just thank you so much for what you're doing. I just wanted to, you know, when you try to reach Nigeria people, Nigeria will say, oh, there's nothing like that. It's just we in diaspora that is just exaggerating. There's nothing happening in the country. I'm not so sure because I wanted to travel recently, but I couldn't because of the COVID. But I'm just kind of scared because of the insecurity. Is it true that nothing is happening there by what we preaching about, what we like?
Let me tell you how Nigerians love to put things, and you are going to agree with me to some extent, okay? You see, when things are not affecting people directly, then it is not happening. Not because they don't know it's happening. Because according to them, right? Oh, you will come from abroad now. Are you going to go to farm?
Yeah, just so blaming us.
You know what I mean? You, my sister, you won't go to farm now. We can always get somebody to, we know you know what I mean? So they make you feel like it's not that serious until somebody become a victim. Then you become the story. And if you only live to, if you survive to tell the story, I don't think it's a trauma that anybody wants to witness. So it's real. They know it's real. They are only trying to live and adapt to it, like try to adjust to the recent reality. Instead of them traveling for parties at night, they have decided to just do everything sharp in the afternoon. So according to them, since they have not been affected, my brother is not that bad. My sister is not that bad. Come home.
Yeah, that's what they say. I don't know.
That's what they are adapting. That's what Nigerians do.
And when you tell them about this Biafra and Oduduwa, I beg.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they exaggerate for their use diaspora. You just exaggerate. I don't know. I'm confused.
Don't be confused. Okay, just plan your movement. All right, plan your movement. Gather enough information. I'm not saying you shouldn't go, all right? You can still pretty much go, all right? But please get enough information before you go. Get an up-to-date information, in fact. Don't rely on everything we say on this platform, because I can't really, confidently say every information they give to you on there, right? But when it comes to the insecurity, right, about Nigeria, nowhere is. And therefore, gather enough information about your movement before you go. Plan them very well and keep them to your chest, close to your chest only, until you get there.
Thank you.
You have a good day.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have a good
Thank
one,
you. Take care. Take care.
Too.
Happy to speak to you today. Thank you. Bye.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
So, hello. Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Yes, sir. You are live.
It's
Your
excellent.
name?
Yeah, Pete Chooks from Germany.
Chooks from Germany. The man that titled me His Excellency just about 24 hours ago. Brother, you are live again.
Yeah, and I maintain it. You are proving it every day. Oh, thank you very much for your wonderful sermon.
Thank you.
I'm very proud of you. I don't want to take much of your time. I just want to show my support. I love your program today. It's very, very exciting. You gave many insights, and I love the way you just compare Southern Sudan and Sudan and Nigeria. It's just exactly what we needed. Because even me, I must confess, sometimes it comes to my mind. Look at Sudan. They splitted and they were, and they have a lot of tribes like Nigeria. When I saw the topic, I said, "Wow, it's like Mayogun is reading my mind."
Aww.
Thank you very much. Let me leave others.
Chooks, thank you so much for adding that. Okay. Well, that means you remember when I wanted to start, said I will do my best. I may not be the most intelligent about it, right? But I will use every word that is right to express how I feel about what I want to say to you. But what you make of it with the information at hand, it's all up to us. Thank you, Chooks, for giving me that,
thank you very much.
That part back. Thank you.
So
Chooks said I did well, and I think many of you also agree that I did well. So,
thank you,
hello.
Hello, this is Richard from the U.S.
Richard from the U.S. Sir, you are live.
Yes, sir. Okay. Well, I just wanted to talk about some detractors who try to bring down the rally and say, hey, all these people are just time wasters. I don't want us to waste time on these people because to tell us things like, hey, do they even know how to run a government and all these things? Exactly. Their generation may be old, but this is the new generation. Let me run you through, just give me 1 minute to run you through some countries and see what's going on. Sri Lanka is under India. They have 97% literacy rate. How did they get there? With just 2% GDP. Imagine that. Cuba has doctors for hire. So the government trains doctors, so many doctors, and they rent them out to different countries around the world. Whatever money those doctors make, part of it goes to the government. That's their way of earning dollars. Why can't Nigeria do that too? Or Biafra or Dudua do the same thing to bring in foreign currency? One thing that Nigeria has is what? Brains. We can do that too. Let's go to Estonia. Do you know the population of Estonia? They came out of the former USSR. They're only 1.3 million people. They are fully e-society. Their elections are conducted over the internet and things like that. That's amazing. Singapore is very clean. They're very progressive and all these things. Their courts still issue whipping. Like instead of sending one to jail, they send you to go and go get a few lashes. Imagine that. Alaska pays people, their people, every citizen gets $1,200 every year. We know about Russia, we know about Switzerland. Switzerland, for example, has a 7-member council and they rotate the presidency every year. You've never heard of them fighting or anything. We can do that too. So if we don't know any of these stuff on hand, we can just send delegates to these people and say, hey, we want to study your system. We study it and then we
adopt it, you know. I was going to add that too,
exactly.
Richard, right? In the whole world today, what people do is that you adopt a system and then localize it to what work for you.
Yeah.
Nobody needs to create anything new, right? Just adopt something that works somewhere else, factor it into your own system and localize it. Own it.
Yes.
Or no, they don't want us to try.
Yes. No. Thank you very much for giving me the time. I just wanted to chip in a little bit.
Mm-hmm. You have a good day.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
That's a good one there. I've got great guys who follow my ego and they are wonderful people. Another one on the phone. Hello.
Yeah, this is Freddie again.
Sorry, say that again.
My name is Fred.
Fred.
I called you yesterday. But
you did.
Mm-hmm. And better known as Osinachi. Anyway.
Beautiful.
I went, Osinachi.
Mm-hmm.
I calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Fantastic.
Anyway,
Fred.
I want to tell your viewers that everything that you said today concerning the Southern Sudan and the Sudan is absolute truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, coming from the temple of truth itself.
Thank you.
Now, coming to the case, to the issue of Nigeria. I was born and bred in Lagos. Everything about me is on the southwest Nigeria. I went to the Polytechnic in Ibadan. But to be frank and candid, one of the major reasons that this Fulani jihadi, Janjawi, anything you can call it, the reason they are hell-bent in destroying the people of the southeast part of Nigeria, the Igbos, is because they knew the resistance will always come from there so much. And the reason is like that is because 99.99%, if not 100% of people are all Christian or other denomination or doctrines apart from Islam. Then when you come to the southwest, they believe they've been able to divide the Oduduwa with Islam. They use it as a tool. If you look at it, majority of the Yoruba people who are in support, that comes out openly to support the one Nigeria, 99% of them are Yoruba Muslims. I was looking at the Ragamuvian, the Kaduna State government. I was looking at the Ragamuvian when he said that the Jonathan administration used religion to divide Nigeria. But I was saying that what kind of a person is this? Because this is the tool they use from time to divide the Southwest Yoruba people.
There is something I'm going to add, Fred. Yeah. Just because before that escaped my mind about what you said about the Yoruba Muslims, okay? Do you know that the general perception in some quarters that Yoruba Muslims, because, well, like you put it, right, 90-something% of us who are Yorubas and they are also Muslims, right? So they tend to move towards the north because of the religion. That is actually a very, very wrong perception. Yes, the propaganda out there is to continue to say the southern Nigeria is half Muslim, half Christian, or more Christian, less Muslim. But there is something I want to point out, right? Do you know that our own kind of religion practicability, you grew up in Lagos, okay? And you can also back me up if this is not true, okay? Now, our own type of religion, whether it is Islam or whether it is Christian or in a way, they don't bring wars within families. They don't bring wars within communities. They don't bring wars within neighbors. When there is a Islamic celebration, you will see the Christians there joining them in Yoruba land. when there is Christian holidays and the Christian gatherings, you will see those who come from the Islamic homes right there. I'm not saying there are not those houses.
No, I totally agree with you.
But you see those fanatic ones who are Buharidins in Yoruba land, eh? Those ones you see,
and the ones, yes, and the ones that have cross-carpeted, the ones that have cross-carpeted into politics.
Exactly.
You understand?
So they identify because of the Islam, right?
We, yeah. We in the East, we have our own problem too. The ones that are really, when they say, oh, the Igbo man loves money, the ones that really love that money, that is the way they behave.
And they use the general blanket to say, oh, Igbo's money. I get that. But you know, one thing I wanted to add, Fred, was that, I wanted to add was that even upon all of that, they still call us infidels. You know, what we now need is to let people know that if they use that religion to deceive you, they are just minute of them. Oh, they don't have the number in any way. If the awareness and the education is general, do you know that when they realize that they cannot continue to be deceived by religion, right? Why they are dragged into what will kill them, they will eventually discharge. And that's what we are doing, isn't it?
Yes, that is where I'm coming to.
Good.
But
go on.
The time is up. Yes, the time is up. Just 1 minute, please.
Please, yeah, sorry about that, by the way. Very sorry about that, okay? Yeah. But if I didn't have that earlier, right, I may forget. And sometimes it will sleep, and I don't want it to
You're right. Yeah. Finally, they've forgotten that the time has changed. This is a new generation entered. They dealt with our fathers like that. Maybe it went right for them. But this generation is Y2K compliant. This generation is an unstoppable generation. One thing about the movement of the people, the movement of the people is the greatest force in the world.
That's right.
It can pull down mountains. It can pull down anything.
That's right.
The only thing I will say to us, let us stand by this truth. And at the end of the day, the truth must surely prevail.
I agree.
Nobody can stand the test. Nothing can stand the test of time except the truth.
Thank you.
We are done with this. We are done with this marriage. Say more.
We are done.
Say more. We are done. Is it by force? We are not asking for war. Nobody's talking about carrying cutlass and guns. But relatively, civilly, we've asked that let us make a referendum. If Tinubu is popular, if the governor of Imo State, the stupid guy in Imo State where I come from, if he's popular, if the one in Enugu is popular, if Wike is popular, let them come out and fight and say, oh, give these people a referendum and let them say their mind.
Let the people decide.
I tell you, it is not going to be up to 10% that will go against the referendum.
I believe.
They will all come for the referendum. We are sick and tired. These people are not providing anything. They are not a provision for the vision of what was given to the country as Nigeria. You didn't provide anything. You make no provision, nothing. Rather, you take us back. And yet, it is not enough for you. Then what you give to us? What do you give to us? You give us insecurity, killing, mayhem, everything, everywhere. All in the name of Nigeria. I want people to go and look at the meaning of Niger. The meaning of Niger, that name is a devilish name. It's an evil name. The meaning of Niger is all things black. That has no definition. You cannot define black. If they ask someone to define black, nothing. It's
just blank.
The Lord Lugard and white.
Blank.
That gave that name Nigeria, which is Niger Republic. At the end of the day, we know who they were. They were occultic people. It is there. They were occultic people. They gave us that name and we accepted it. It is hard time we break away from that evil. It is evil. We break away from that evil and let us follow the path of life that God has destined us to be.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
You have a good evening, okay? Yeah, I love that. Have a good one. I'm going to take my last call now. Sorry if I haven't taken your... Hello.
Hello, MG.
Hello, sir.
Allah ya sani.
Lafiya ko.
Lafiya kalau. I said may God protect you. Allah ya sani, may God protect you. Madalla, yawa. My name is calling from the United States.
Amazing. Your name again, because I want to remember your name.
Ahmed
from the United States. Good. Now, I've got somebody who is going to wrap it up for me tonight. And it started so well. Live.
Yeah. Michael, you see, I've been watching, I've been listening. The last caller called, you know, like I used to say, religion. If we keep bringing up stuff like that, it's like distraction. But when someone who is active in that religion comes in and is trying to block what we are doing, then we hammer that person.
That's right.
Be it you Christian, be it you Muslim, we don't care. As long as you side those oppressors, you side those criminals, then it means you are not with us. No matter what religion you practice.
Exactly.
I'm a core Muslim. I practice my religion. I do what I'm supposed to do. But you know, to put people in distress in the name of religion, and that's madness. That's no more religion. That's madness. Like I used to say, I was born and I grew up most of my stuff in the north. Most of my friends are houses. Those are the people I grew up with. And today I'm very happy I am telling them, and most of them are beginning to understand. Even before I get to connect you and start listening to your program, I've been having that kind of mindset. But I used to tell them, but you know, they don't listen. They don't listen. But thank God now, most of them are beginning to, like, they will sit down reading and be like, that thing you said the other day, this, that. I was thinking this, I was saying, yeah. You know, you're trying to give them that kind of, like, let them understand. Exactly. And there is one thing you used to say. You said, we are not waiting for anybody. We are not waiting for anybody. If you want to break away, we are not waiting for anybody to tell us this is the time. No. Anytime we can always do our stuff. Right now, I believe if the Northerners get to understand, like if they are coming up, okay, Yorubas are doing this, Biafrans are doing this, let us bring up something. Those northern elites will understand that, oh, this thing is getting out of hand, and they will start, the game is up. That will trigger more fear into those elites, and they will get confused. And before you know it, we'll be there. That's just what I have to say. Nothing much.
I love that. You know, I've been so lucky. I've always been having, you know, guys who always be my last callers, and they put a wrap on everything I've been doing. I'm like, yeah, I don't have to say much again. Thank you, Ahmed. Have a good evening, okay?
You're welcome.
And stay safe.
And you too.
Yes, bye-bye. Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank you so much, everybody, for your time with me tonight. And yes, it's been a kind of a long night, not as long as that of yesterday night, okay? So my friends, Kathy, I caught your own super chat. And to every one of you who actually sent in your super chats on this chart, thank you. I'm sorry I missed that. I was in spirit. I was, you know, blazing, firing from every, from every cylinder. So now that I've calmed down, I'm saying thank you to all of you, to my callers, all of you who took time out to call in, ask critical questions, make critical contributions, and make this program more interesting for everyone. And the commenters, fighting ourselves, arguing, and all of that in the comment section. Come on, they're all part of the fun. And I enjoy my time with you tonight. And if you are just joining us, don't beat yourself to it, okay? Relax, give it a few minutes, and go back on this video. It will be ready for your view. And you can, you know, enjoy it still before you go to bed. So to my friends on YouTube, before you leave that video, remember, give that thumb up. You were up to 2,000 people on YouTube, and only 600 of us could actually say, Mayegun, I have seen one person who is bold enough now to put, maybe others will do the same. You too can go there on my YouTube channel now, under this video, if you didn't enjoy it, and say, or to every one of you who enjoyed this, before you log out of that YouTube, give that thumb up, okay? And thanks to every one of you once again. I'm going to see you some other time. My some other time is tomorrow. So until then, stay safe, and good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Máyégún ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Àní ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run sọ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lé ìfóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí abínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní
má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.